Welcome back, my dear friend. This is a lecture 16. Before we begin lecture 16, let me first briefly review about what we talked about last time. We talked about last time about the consciousness, and the only way you can experience about consciousness, as I talked about it, lecture 15, is through meditation. And meditation is extremely important because meditation, what it does is that it slows down your mind, and then eventually you will experience the gap between perhaps between the two thoughts. Life that we're living basically is opportunity. We think that we have to work or do other things, and that's not the purpose of life. The purpose of life basically is for us to explore and understand the spirit within ourselves, what this spirit is all about, and how we can experience this spirit. That's the reason that we are here, and the only way we can experience is through meditation. But as you remember that previous lectures, we talk about before you meditate, it's extremely important that you need to purify yourself through exercise and meditation, and watch what you eat, and then perhaps it will be easier for you to meditate. And also, we talk about that you need someone to help you who has the experience of meditation to help you, to guide you, to explain to you about the process that you need to go through in meditation. So the last lecture basically I was talking about how important is that the life that we're living is very brief. You don't know basically what is going to happen a minute from now. So it's important that before we die that we have to basically explore ourselves and experience this wonderful experience of enlightenment, or perhaps awareness, or God-like experience. So today's lecture, basically lecture 16, we will be talking about perhaps a continuation of what we have talked about, the consciousness and the mind. One of the obstacle or barriers for one to experience about enlightenment is perhaps the mind. And once you understand the mind, how they function, basically you are basically you can experience the enlightenment. What is the mind? Actually, we talk about that previous lectures. The mind basically is it has to do our language, our thoughts, our thinking. And this thinking basically, or the language basically, is not that old. It's about perhaps 150,000 years old. We know the fact that human basically, they have invaded the language. And the language is extremely good tool, but the problem is that we are using our consciousness with the mind. See, tremendous energy we use with the mind. So we will never ever experience about the gap between the thoughts, because look, our body, our mind, the way they function is that always they're transforming the energy, what we want. The mind or our brain transforms the consciousness to thoughts, because you cannot just simply have a thoughts, mate, obviously. You must have an energy, the spirit within yourself, which creates the nature of the thoughts. Okay, so basically, what I'm trying for you to understand is that the consciousness, the only way you can experience is that for you not to transform at all, anything at all. Looking, seeing, you transforming the energy to seeing. Hearing, you're transforming the energy to hearing. Smelling, you're transforming energy to a smell. Testing, you are transforming energy to test. Speaking is a very complex thing. We are transforming the energy of consciousness to talking. So the trick is basically for you to not to transform anything at all. So when you don't transform anything, basically what happens is that you will be experiencing the purity of the energy without you transforming anything at all. You see, so that's what it does. The meditation. Meditation basically is just to find a quiet place and just be silent, doing nothing at all. There's nothing basically. There's no tricks or some techniques or something. It is not. It is basically is just sit down and watch your thoughts, and eventually, miracle will happen. That you will find yourself transforming anything at all, and your thought stops, and then the energy, it has nothing to do. You see. And then you can experience the purity of energy. Once you experience the purity of energy, that experience perhaps will activate a part of your brain. You see, there's a part of your brain is dormant. Perhaps you have never activated before. You have never had a chance to activate, because the only way this part of the brain can be activated is that not transforming the energy at all. So once you don't transform the energy has nowhere to go. So obviously it will penetrate a part of the brain they call perhaps third eyes, or it's just a small gland that is not that far from here. It's a 1 inch from here, from your eyebrow, between your eyebrow. That is a very mysterious gland. When the energy, you're not transforming at all, what it does is that the energy, it moves to that gland. It opens up a different dimension of reality. And that's what the enlightenment is. So you feel so ecstasy. You feel so, because when it opens that part of the brain, basically there's too much energy intruding in you. There's too much energy coming in you, purifying your body, your brain. And you surprise yourself. But if you don't teach the body gradually to experience this energy, and in one time explode it in you, you bring more energy to yourself. Maybe perhaps you may damage your brain or your body or something like that. But that's why gradually introducing yourself in this wonderful experience of energy, then eventually you will open up completely. Hopefully next time we will be talking more about that, and I hope and I pray for you, perhaps, let me put this way, that you will try it and experience this. Just meditate twice a day, in the morning or afternoon before you go to sleep. And this is it takes for a long time to train yourself, and eventually, after perhaps, I don't know how long it's going to take for you, after a long time of training yourself, meditation, eventually you will get it, man. You can experience that wonderful experience. Hopefully, I hope you all have a good time in your life and enjoy your life. And I will see you next time, next lecture. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.